ほら、ジョージ様、見てください。かわいいですよ。ほらほら。
Shannon found a pair of hammerhead sharks playfully swimming in the tank, and made a fuss like a grade schooler seeing an aquarium for the first time.
本当に可愛いね。食べちゃいたいくらいだよ。
そんなのかわいそうです。知ってますか？水族館に来て美味しそうなんて言い出すのは世界中でも日本人だけなんだそうですよ。
That does make sense, given how obsessed Japanese are with eating fish. And I mean it in a good way. It is healthier and fish are easier to get. They don't go through huge processes to be prepared and served to people in a comparison to, like, other animals, like people eat in other regions, being more heavily industrialized, which in turn makes them fatter than the Japanese are.
そうなんだ。アメリカ人でもイタリア人でもきっと食べちゃいたいって言うと思うよ。似合ってるよ、その服。本当に。
Shannon embraced her chest with both hands in embarrassment. She apparently felt like she was being made fun of for wearing those clothes that she wasn't used to. Even though George's face didn't show it, the truth was that even he was surprised at how easily those tremendous words had left his lips. And he was as embarrassed as Shannon on the inside. However, when he saw how embarrassed Shannon was, he started to feel as though he was teasing the girl he liked. And instead of embarrassment, ticklish amusement welled up in him. Wait, that isn't just a feeling. I really am teasing the girl I like. It pains me to admit it, but I used to think that such embarrassing expression had fallen so far out of use, they no longer showed up even in manga. On the contrary, if I had seen a couple acting like that, I felt like throwing rocks at them. However, even if rocks were thrown at us, I'm sure they would be just like confetti celebrating us. Okay, like, who the fuck does that? I mean, come on, throwing rocks? Now, I can even remember those lonely days, when I felt jealous of couples who were completely oblivious to their surroundings. To use an old-fashioned phrase, these would be truly rose-colored days. I was so entranced that I no longer even noticed the big tank of the world's largest aquarium. Instead, I saw only Shannon happily playing with the fish, all her changing emotions showing on her face.
すごいですね。クジラを泳がせることができる大水槽なんて初めて見ました。
この大水槽がここの最大の売りだそうだからね。なんでも世界で最大なんだそうだよ。
そうなんですか。それはすごいですね。本当に素敵です。水槽じゃなくて、まるで海の一部をナイフでスッと切り取ってここに運んできたみたい。
そうだね。これはもう立派な小さな海だね。
Despite its size, I hadn't thought of the tank as anything more than a tank. That's why I thought their expression about slicing out part of the sea with a knife was so interesting. No matter how far humans broaden their experiences, in the end, they can only hold a single personal worldview. Maybe that's why it's so interesting to interact with someone who has a different worldview. I said that to her honestly. And she responded.
確かに、これは本当の海ではないかもしれません。でも、ここに泳ぐ彼らが海だと信じたなら、これは確かに海なんです。
たとえ有限の水槽の中だったとしてもね。
海だって有限ですよ。仮に無限だったとしても、私たちは生きているうちにどれほどの広さを行き来できるんでしょうね。きっとそれは海よりずっと狭い。
確かに皮肉な話だね。世界はこんなにも広いのに、 僕たち人間のほとんどは自分の国からも出ずに生涯を終える。
そこが完成された世界だと信じられるなら、たとえ狭い井戸の底だったって立派な世界で海なんです。そこに住むカエルにとっては。
Shannon, who spent her days as a serpent on a small island 10 kilometers in circumference called Rokkenjima, said that with a smile. After we finished walking through the whole aquarium, we had a slightly late afternoon lunch at a restaurant with a nice view. Any boy's heart would jump about at the size of a buffet. I myself was like that in the past. But with Shannon beside me, this buffet felt different. I couldn't face shamefully make a huge pile of nothing but my favorite foods. I was, how should I put it, worried about my appearance, and chose a menu suited for a snob: toast, salad, and coffee. If I were by myself, I'd have made a pile of greasy stuff like yakisoba, mashed potatoes, gratins, and the like.
シャノンはそんな程度でお腹が足りるのかい？だとしたら男ってのは本当に燃費の悪い生き物らしいね。
別にそういうつもりじゃなくて。
On Shannon's tray, there was only tea and salad. Maybe the very idea that she could get away with at least one more dish indicated I was thinking with my male stomach.
ジョージ様こそそれで足りるんですか？男の方はもう少し召し上がった方が良いかと思います。普段のジョージ様だったらもう少しお昼を召し上がられていると思いますよ。
しまった、そうか。シャノンには僕が本家で昼食をとるときどれくらい食べてるのかバレてるんだったね。
はい、だから今日はお腹の具合でも悪いのかと思いまして。
Shannon was showing concern that I wasn't feeling well. Apparently I had made her worry with my stupid attempt to impress her. And in any case, it didn't seem like my stomach was going to let me keep this pretense up any longer. Yep, it's gonna growl and it's gonna growl loud.
いやもう白状するよ。ついついカッコつけちゃってね。女の子と一緒だからって遠慮しちゃって。
Oh, come on. Wait, you were worried about looking like a pig? Come on, dude.
だと思いました。親族会議でのお昼の食べっぷりから考えて、それではとても足りないと思いましたので、遠慮なさらずにどうぞもう一皿を取りに行ってきてくださいな。
ずるいな。 僕ばっかり恥ずかしいよ。じゃあシャノンはどうなんだい？普段からこんな小食で後ろ宮家のお勤めがこなせるのかい？
と、
Shannon grew silent and blushed bright red. Apparently, I wasn't the only one putting on a front. When I realized that, my embarrassment disappeared completely.
なんだ、シャノンもそれじゃ足りないんじゃないか。そうだよそうだよ。普段のランチならもう少し量が多いものをペロリと平らげてたよ。
Boy, typical first date problems.
女の子のお腹は魔法でできてるから、これでも平気なんです。
Well, as anime is teaching us, girls can eat as much as they want and never get fat. That is what I call motherfucking magic. But I guess Shannon's stomach is the opposite.
ということは、僕たちは互いに見えっ張りだったってことになるね。もう遠慮はなしにしないかい？
I smiled to show that I wouldn't make fun of her anymore and stood up from the seat.
せっかく沖縄まで来たのにゴーヤを食べないのはもったいないからね。ゴーヤの炒め物でも持ってくるよ。シャノンも一緒に行こうよ。ほらほら。
To anyone watching us, we might have seemed like a pretty humorous and above all embarrassing couple. But it's only after becoming a couple that you realize this banter means the world to us, and is our world. So no matter how cold the looks we might have been getting from other people, we wouldn't even notice. Indeed, at this age, I finally understand the feelings of couples who want to endlessly flirt. Without any regard to their surroundings. After I returned with a plate piled up with fried food, Shannon arrived with a lovely cake. While laughing at our fake stoicism, we resumed our lunch.
せっかく海を一望できる展望レストランなのに、あいにくの曇天が悔やまれるね。
Our window seats, which we were lucky to get, showed us seaside scenery so grandiose that it didn't fit entirely within our field of vision. However, because of the cloudy sky, it was a far cry from its normal beauty.
そうですね。晴れていたらさぞや真っ青な海を見せてくれたでしょうに。
そうだね。普段六軒島で海を見慣れてると思うけど、ここの海はきっと格別な青さを見せてくれたはずだよ。残念だな。
でもお仕事の最中に見る海はどんなに青くても灰色と同じです。でも今日はお仕事中じゃないから、その。
Apparently, Shannon was doing her best to say an embarrassing line. But I agreed harshly.
惜しいな。ジョージ様と二人きりで見る海なら、たとえ灰色でも真っ青に見えます。って言えたら、100点満点でご褒美だったんだけどな。
すみません。
Yeah, I give it a bleep pose.
ご褒美は何だったか聞きたい？
A kiss?
その聞いてもいいものでしたら。
ダメ。教えない。
Yeah, nice one. Probably would have done the same.
ずるいですよ、そんなの。
When I was in elementary school, I was always the kid that got bullied. When everyone teased me, I grew nervous and speechless, to the delight of the bullies. Back then, I wondered why everyone teased me. But now, teasing Shana like this, I understand why. This is so much fun. I can play with her emotions however I please. Okay, let's let's not go overboard on that. And I can have them all to myself. Right now, I cannot think of any higher pleasure. Which is exactly why I have to treat her lightly. I don't want her to get embarrassed and have a bad time. Yeah, there you go. So I decided to end the topic there and then. It's not good to be too persistent.
お昼が終わったら海岸を歩いてみないかい？ひょっとすると雲が晴れて素敵な海が見られるかもしれないよ。
そうですね。行ってみたいです。
うん、そうしよう。でもそのケーキも本当に美味しそうだね。僕も同じものを持ってこようかな。
いけません。お昼にそんなに食べた上にケーキまで食べたら太っちゃいますよ。ジョージ様は秀吉様の血が濃いみたいですから気をつけないとおデブさんになっちゃいます。
Yep. Chubby and handsome, like Hideyoshi. I mean, what do you expect out of a guy like Hideyoshi who practices his O's when he wakes up in the morning?
じゃあシャノンは僕がおデブになったら嫌いになっちゃう？僕はたとえシャノンがおデブになっちゃっても嫌いにならないよ。
そういう意味じゃなくて、ちゃんと体を気遣わないと健康にって。
母さんにもよく注意されるよ。やっぱり僕も太極拳とかを始めて運動しないとダメかな。
ダイエットは無茶な運動よりも食生活の見直しから始めた方がいいんですよ。その上で運動を重ねないと効果が出ないんだそうです。
つまりそれはデザートのケーキは控えろってことだね。じゃあ仕方ないからシャノンがそのケーキを頬張るところを眺めていてあげるよ。
その
I mean, whether he gets to have his cake or he watches you eat that cake, it's a win-win for George.
ケーキ丸々一つはさすがに食べ過ぎだと思いますけど、半分くらいだったら大丈夫かもしれません。これ本当に美味しいんですよ。
Shannon cut her own cake and tried to move half to my salad plate. I had no doubt that she wanted to share the flavor of the delicious cake with me. So, I deliberately and meanly pulled my plate away from her. She blinked her eyes in surprise. She couldn't seem to figure out if that was a refusal of the cake or not. So I winked, opened my mouth, and said, "Ah."
それが一番したかったんですね。もうジョージ様は甘えん坊です。はい、
While still wearing an embarrassed, exasperated face, Shannon offered the cake to me with a fork. Chomp. It tasted like a cheap chocolate cake you could find anywhere. I mean, hey, if it comes from the girl you love, any chocolate cake would be like heaven. Still, it was exceptional. Because eating cake in such an embarrassing way, as if we were the ultimate stereotypical lovey-dovey couple, had been my dream for many years. It made this cake's flavor heavenly. Yep. If the earth is destined to end someday, I wouldn't have had any regrets if it happened right then. It was such a moment of bliss. After that, we gathered shells around from the ways and enjoyed each other's company while walking along the beach. In the end, the clouds never parted. However, we both believed that our eyes were still reflecting the deep blue sea.
なんだか幸せすぎて怖くなります。
たまに言うね。何を怖がることがあるんだい？
私、後ろ宮家にお仕えする使用人です。そんな私が後ろ宮家に連なる方とこうしてご一緒してるなんて、その過ぎたことのように思えて。
僕もびっくりしてるよ。シャノンちゃんと出会ったのは昨日今日のことじゃない。 何年も前から面識もある。でも年に何度もない親族の会合の席で挨拶をするだけ。そんな君とこうして一緒に過ごせる関係になるなんて全然想像できなかったよ。それはシャノンもでしょ。
私は想像だけはしてました。いえ、想像というよりは妄想みたいなもので、いつも紳士的で思いやりのあるジョージ様とご縁があったらなって妄想してただけで。
じゃあ僕たちの縁は君のその信じた心のおかげだね。思う力には魔法が宿るんだよ。
Magic! Oops.
だからその魔法がきっと僕らを巡り合わせてくれた。
そうですね。多分きっとそれは本当に魔法だったんだと思います。
でもね、そんなことはないんだよ。僕の中でも毎年出会うたびに美しく見違えていった君の存在はとても大きくなっていた。そして君にとっての僕も同じものだとしたなら、今日ここに僕らがあることは必然の結果であって魔法や奇跡なんかじゃないのさ。
奇跡はあったんです、ジョージ様。
She stopped at the water's edge and gazed beyond the sea.
奇跡？
魔法あったんです。
I was bewildered by that slightly mysterious expression, which I sometimes heard her use.
魔法が？
はい、魔法です。言っても信じてくれないでしょうから言いません。でも確かにその魔法には私とジョージ様を巡り合わせてくれる奇跡を叶える力がありました。
それは何かのおまじないのこと？
そうですね。そういうものの類かもしれません。一つ違うのはおまじないなんかじゃなく、本当に本当の魔法だったという点です。
Perhaps Shannon isn't alone in wanting to credit an encounter on miracle or on chance. It might be a universal thing all girls share. For a man like me, an encounter with a girl is 70% effort to try to please her and 20% raw courage, and only 10% chance. What she believes to be everything carries little relative weight within me. Maybe that way of thinking is in itself calculating and typical of men. But were I to express that in words, any kind of magic would be broken. I do think that to become this close has taken many fortuities, concessions, and great effort from us both. We have this private time together now only as the result of all those things put together. And, well, if she wants to call that magic, that isn't strange in the slightest. That's why I answered her the way I did.
そうだね。同じ運命を100回繰り返したら、僕と君がこういう関係になる結果は一度しか起こらないものだったかもしれないね。互いを意識し合いながらも、僕たちは他人行儀な関係を今も続けていたかもしれない。そんなよその世界の僕らから見れば、今の僕たちはまさに奇跡のような関係に違いないだろうから。
そういうのじゃなくて、本当に魔法なんです。男の方にいくら言ってもこういうのは信じてもらえないんでしょうか。カノン君も全然信じてくれませんし。
信じるよ。 僕が信じなくて魔法が解けたら嫌だからね。
ジョージ様。
In a small voice, I apologize for making light of her magic. Those words seemed to make Shannon a lot happier. After all, if a pair of people believes in the magic of love, it becomes eternal.
そうそう。僕からわがままが一つあるんだけど、聞いてもらえないかな。
はい、何でしょうか。
そのジョージ様って呼び方、嫌いじゃないけどもうなしにしないかい？もちろん後宮家では対面もあるだろうから、六軒島での普段まで強制はしないよ。でも二人きりの時はなしにしよう。うん、そういうルールにしよ
ルールですか。もし破ったらどうなるんでしょう。
そうだね。ルール違反には何か罰ゲームがないといけないかもしれないね。そうだな。何聞きたい？いえ、
聞きたくありません。
何がいいか僕も考えておくことにするよ。
はい、ジョージさん。
うん、素敵な響きだね。嬉しいよ、シャノン。
私もサヨという名前があります。
そっか。ルールはフェアじゃないといけないね。僕もそれを守って今から君のことをサヨと呼ぶことにするよ。いいね、サヨ。
はい。
I put my arm around her shoulder and held her close. Her delicate body was pulled irresistibly towards me, and she leapt into my chest like a doll. As I held her head in my arms, we looked at the horizon together.
真っ青な海だね。この海を二人で見られてとても嬉しいよ。
私もです。この真っ青な海をあなたと二人で見ることができてとても。
As we gazed at the grey sea and a light rain began to sprinkle down, we kept listening to each other's heartbeats. The sound of waves soaked into my ears. No, this was the sound of raging waves. My body, bathed in painfully cold splashes, did not allow me to forget the memory of the day when my old faith was broken and smashed. In the past, tomorrow had been literally like a mirror to me. All I could see in it was the same me that existed today. My tomorrow would never be any different from my today. That was my old fate. But at that moment, for the first time, I saw a different fate beyond the mirror. And the witch whispered. She tempted me to take a bite out of the fruit of knowledge. She tormented me, saying that as long as I stayed in the paradise of God, I would remain furniture. And so I learned of love, and decided to choose to become a person. Those days were like sweetly melting honey. But then, I hadn't realized that they were the beginning of days filled with a new kind of suffering. Taking a motorboat that I had just been told about, I made my way to this island. No, I couldn't possibly call it an island. It'd really be more appropriate to call it a reef. It had a torii and a small shrine for the local deity. It was probably built to worship the guardian deity of Rokkenjima. Even though I didn't know the exact meaning, I understood that it had a holy significance. Despite being in a place like this, I took just one more look around to see if there was anyone observing me. The only things I could see were the stormy ocean, Nijima looming in the distance, and the waves breaking against Rokkenjima's steep cliffside. I readied myself, timidly approached the small shrine, and took up the mirror that had been placed there. It was an old-looking mirror, dim and dirty. If it were an ordinary mirror, that would probably give you a terribly bad impression of its value. However, since the mirror had been offered to this small shrine, that quality made me feel some kind of divinity from it. And I realized, this was not merely a mirror. Even it was nothing more than an old-looking mirror to a non-believer like myself, in actuality, it was a mirror that had an important meaning. Is it really alright to break it after being captivated by punny words? No, this is no mirror. It is the inescapable life I have lived until today. My fate. Break it. Break it, then seize the light from beyond the mirror. If I don't break it, my life will forever be a pair of facing mirrors. Nothing will ever change in the slightest. The witch whispers. She tempts me to take a bite out of the fruit of knowledge. Or maybe I have already had a taste of that fruit, because I ended up knowing those maddening emotions. Just as Adam and Eve felt compelled to pluck the fig leaf, I can no longer go without breaking this mirror. I fought with conflict for many days. Inside my heart, the virtuous part of me and the part that sided with the witch repeatedly fought each other. And now, here I am. Did the part of me who is here win or lose? There's only one thing I know. To obtain something, you must be ready to lose something. The cowards who don't risk loss and never try to change anything will never be given the key to open the path to a new future. The key is already in my hands. It is to break this. To break it. Is there any other effort I can make as the furniture imprisoned on Rokkenjima? No. There's nothing but this. Come. Have courage. I'll free myself from being mere furniture. And I'll accept my new sufferings and become human. These are surely the small and large trials I must impose on myself. Now, break it. Break the eternally unchangeable fate that imprisons me into pieces. I raised it high. Fought back on all those days of conflict. And after a time far too brief to do them justice, I finished my reflections and threw it. The thunder roared, crying out against me for my outrageous act. It was truly the wrath of the angels, preparing to banish me from eternal paradise. I looked down on the mirror tumbling at my feet, broken in two equal parts. And having made sure I had accomplished my task, I looked up at the enraged sky and screamed.
約束は守りました。今度はあなたが約束を守ってくれる番ですよね。
The thunder roared once more. I had already been banished from paradise, so I would have to struggle by myself in order to live. The witch had said it. That's the single element of the world. To lose it means to lose the world. Like how a flask with a hole in the bottom cannot be filled, no matter how much water you scoop into it.
約束は守りました。今度はあなたが約束を守る番です。私の願いをどうか叶えてください。ベアトリーチェ様。
The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli. I got about 50 feet out, and suddenly, the great beast appeared before me. As if sensing my presence, he let out a great bellow. I said, "Easy, big fella."